Hello again, everyone. You're joining us for another episode of Executive Platform's Blueprint podcast series. My name is Jeff Mix. I'm head of content and research. My guest today is Serena Peirson from ParkourSC. We're going to be having a conversation about how AI is changing supply chain risk management. I'm really excited for this topic. Serena, thank you so much for joining me.
Glad to be here.
Serena, I'd like to start off by talking about how AI is changing the way the life sciences look at their supply chains.
Well, traditional supply chain, everything is siloed and there's data is not available to the next person downstream or upstream. So with AI, you could make that digital twin available to everyone to make decisions and apply the machine learning to have that logic and learn from your people, your processes, your data, your robots, and your manufacturing. And you really can see how things could happen, so you manage that risk proactively. And you don't have to follow up after the fact and look back of how poorly your operations went and whether or not it was, did we lose waste, did we waste product? You can actually proactively intervene so you don't have those issues.
Now, one of the concerns people have about AI is not everyone has the technical background, not everyone has the resources within their company. What does getting something like this incorporated into an existing system look like?
Well, for the Parkour platform, we're data agnostic. So as sophisticated as your systems could be, or whether you're still using flat files, we consume it and visualize it, whatever it's in all its glory and all its ugliness. We make it happen for you. So then you can start seeing it and modeling decisions and asking questions and learning from it. And then the next piece is actually implementing those solutions. So most humans want to beat the machine, but there's decisions that AI can do that humans cannot because we don't have that processing power. That's why there's human error in everything we do. So there's a twofold of not only understanding your process, but then implementing and helping others make decisions and leverage those decisions that machine learning can offer us.
I'd love to expand upon that a little because I think that's the piece that is happening right now. People are discovering how engaging with this tool is helping them do what they do better. Let's talk about it from supply chain risk. When they're looking at this and saying, this is the way I've been doing it, and it can be very reactive. It can be we're going to learn lessons from this mistake. Here's an opportunity to be proactive, but of course they're engaging with this tool. What does the day-to-day of that look like?
So you have a recommendation on an exception. Something's going on in your line, in your processing line, whether it's receiving raw material or actually manufacturing your product. Then there's decisions. Do you intervene or not? And based on the issue, the platform will just say, hey, you really can let this go. You don't have to intervene and make all these changes. Let the line do what it's supposed to do. So it's directing people in what to do. Another example is quality, QA. Now with the cell and gene therapies, you only have a short shelf life to have that sterility. So you have to make decisions, and you use your data to do a risk-based approach to make decisions and get that justified by the regulatory agencies. And you can now release product faster than you did traditionally. So when you follow traditional supply chain, it's I must make sure everything is perfection. But when you have the machine learning, you're like, actually, those data points do not impact my decision. So it's a way to model it so you have the right data points to justify the decisions you make, in your intelligence engine.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about data. I mean, what we're really doing here is we're feeding data into a machine, and everyone who talks about AI, everyone who talks about digital transformation, especially in the life sciences, there are tidal waves of information coming in, and the hope is that this tool is going to pick and choose what actually matters. Can we expand upon that a little bit?
Sure. So in this day and age, there's so much data coming our way, and it turns us into analysis paralysis. And it's really being able to choose the right data to make decisions for your people, your processes, your technology. And a lot of customers spend a lot of time trying to get all their data into some data lake and store so it's perfect, and there's master data management, years of implementation. But you just need to choose the right data that relates to your process from the questions that you want answers to, your what-if scenarios, and you need that data and focus there versus trying to get every data imaginable because as we're speaking, there's more data coming our way and we really don't need that data right now to make decisions right now.
I also feel like a tool like AI plays in a lot of different areas. It's part of a larger ecosystem of solutions, and maybe we could speak about that a little bit.
Sure. Well, our decision intelligence platform, based on the data that feeds in from whatever part of your process, we can model and make decisions because there are many different areas. So we like to spend time with our customers to focus on the highest priority and focus on that data and model it to make decisions and learn from it. The more we learn, the stronger decisions we can make.
Let's talk about ParkourSC specifically. What makes you a leader in this space?
Well, we aim to revolutionize supply chain operations through AI and machine learning. We deliver our approach and our solutions in 4 to 8 weeks with our solve a problem methodology. So solve the first problem, solve the second problem, and we like to do that quickly. Most implementations take years to implement, and we want to make sure that customers can realize the value sooner with our light solution based on their data. So it's very specific to each customer need.
Can we talk about rollout? When someone is bringing this into their supply chain, what does getting started look like?
Well, we can roll out MVP 30 days after our initial conversation. We'll have a generic demo. Then if you can give us a sample, customers give a sample of their data, and we start to model that, and it usually sets the stage for the first problem to solve. Within 30 days, we can be up and running. At that point, it's usually we need to bring in other data points, there's other integration. So 3-month implementation, and you're good to go, where you start realizing the value on working with us to deliver those type of solutions for you.
Is there an ongoing working relationship with ParkourSC once it's up and running?
Absolutely. So we want the platform to live and breathe through your organization. So as you have more data, more manufacturing sites, as you roll out, we're with you every step of the way. And if you have more what-if scenarios to bring in, we'll look at more data and we'll model more data, and we continue to learn. So the platform isn't one and done. As we continue to bring in your people, your processes, your data, we continue to learn from that and ask it different questions and determine which decisions we made by humans and which we made by our AI.
We've covered a lot of ground in this conversation. If there were 1 or 2 key takeaways you want people to think about a little further, what would you want to underline for them?
Well, ParkourSC is your partner of choice, and we love to grow. Every customer is a partner for us, and we love to learn from them so we can build out the right solutions for them. So we really enjoy what we do with our customers, and we are rapid in providing those solutions. So, that's really what makes us different than everyone else.
I think AI is really having its moment in the spotlight, and ParkourSC is one of the companies that is doing innovative work. I can only imagine how many people are listening to this interview and saying, why didn't you ask this? I want to know more about that. For people who have questions of their own, want to learn more, what is the best way to get in touch?
Well, you can check out our website at parkoursc.com or find Serena Peirson at LinkedIn and send me a message.
I always think it's so generous when people say, reach out to me through LinkedIn, because I'm enjoying speaking with you, and I can only imagine how many people who are actually in this space and want AI in their supply chains are saying, oh, I can speak to Serena directly. So thank you so much for that, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
You've been listening to another episode of Executive Platform's Blueprint podcast series. I've been Jeff Mix. Let's do it again soon.